I think there's a huge amount of information out there that people can get via books and via the internet. The problem is it's not individualized. So there's a lot of good information out there, and there's a lot of wrong information. I think that the biggest problem is that people can get lost on the internet, searching things. They can get excessive worry, and it's also not individualized at all. So people can find information and then find other information, even differing opinions on different conditions. And I think the internet can actually cause a lot of confusion. And in the field of nutrition, there's a lot of conflicting information. And some of our sickest patients eat really healthy, but many of them don't get out of the ditch because they figure, if I just eat healthy, I'll be okay. And then they get very upset when they're eating healthy and they're still sick. But here's the thing, if somebody eats healthy and they have other issues going on, like maybe autoimmune or thyroid issues or gut infections, they're not going to utilize their nutrients. They won't transform those nutrients into energy so they can stay ill. So we have to understand that even though what we do is what we call the 5 pillars, and if we don't look at all those things in a certain order, then people don't get better. So that's why the first thing we do is start off with thorough labs, because somebody can do one thing correct and not feel better because they're doing like a regimen versus a system of figuring out first thorough labs. That's the first pillar. Figure out where things are coming from. Where are the negative metabolic shifts in their chemistry? What's going on? The second thing we do with patients is nutrition. We have to teach people about nutrition. It's not cookie cutter, it has to be individualized. Number 3 is we've got to get inflammation out of the most important organs, which is the liver and the GI, which is our medically supervised detoxification. This is not just eating blueberries or taking milk thistle. That is not enough for most people. So the third pillar is detoxification. The fourth pillar that we look at is proper organ function. So that's pretty basic. That's more of Eastern medicine perspective on the body, which is if the organ function is depleted or hyperfunction, overactive, weak, there's going to be symptoms. Once the organ function is restored, the symptoms get less severe or go away. And then the fifth pillar that we incorporate is exercise and fitness. The reason that's the last one is a lot of times by the time people end up at the doctor's office, they're already so overweight, so inflamed, that we need to figure out where all that is coming from, where is all inflammation coming from, where's all this sluggish metabolism. Then we can move them forward across the pillars, and as they get better and better, then we start working in exercise. If we put exercise first and they feel exhausted and they're obese and swollen and all these things, they don't feel like, then they just get more and more depressed because then they feel like I can't even exercise. Well, the reason they can't exercise is because they have metabolic issues. So that's why we put the first pillar is the chemical analysis, whether it's via stool or hormone testing via saliva or thorough blood work. We've got to figure out first what is the cause of the problem. Then we can move them through the 5 pillars from there.